YouTube, what's going on? This is Preacher. How y'all doing? Let me do it like this. So, what I have started doing this year, because now I'm finna start working on becoming an owner-operator. Like I said, I like to do research, really research. So, what y'all saw, the first part of it was Werner Enterprises rates per mile that they pay their owner operators and they lease purchase drivers. Well, not lease purchase, they lease drivers. That was the first page. The second page and the third page are my trips that I've been taking. The deadhead miles and the loaded miles that was on there. And then I put where I was picking them up at. So that way I'm starting to learn the particular freight lanes. You hear people talk about you got to know the freight lanes, you got to know the freight lanes. Well, how do you know the freight lanes? Right. Nobody telling you how you learn the freight lanes, but they saying that you got to know the freight lanes, right? So, like I said, I like to do research, so I'm going to be researching for the next couple of months every place where I'm going, the loads that are giving me a lot of miles in those particular lanes, along with those particular businesses, and I have the dates where I deliver it to at. And then when I get to those particular places, I ask them, well, how many times do this particular, the shipper send y'all product? So I take that note once I'm done, once I get to the location. So when they normally tell me, well, we normally get like 2 or 3 loads a month from them. Okay, that's a star. That's a particular star. So that way I can know how many times that particular run happens. My runs, some of them built over 2,000 miles, some of them be less. The last one I just did, I came from Reno, Nevada to Forest Park, Georgia, which was about 2,700 miles. What was it? Yeah, so it was 2390 as far as miles go one way. And now when I finish with this load, I got to hit to Texas, and that particular load is 848 miles from here. So that's how I'm going to start learning the particular freight lanes. And what I'm doing is, because I have the rates that Werner paying the leases and the owner operators, I can kind of like see how much I would have made for that particular trip. And then I'm keeping my receipts on my fuel that Werner is paying for as well, so you can kind of like start getting the cost idea of what you're going to be making, how much you're going to be getting taken out for fuel, your fuel costs, and all the other particular stuff, because you got to start learning your costs as an owner operator. Now, I do have a slight edge, because like I said in previous videos, that my dad had a trucking company for like 14 years, so I used to watch my mom do the paperwork and dealing with my dad with the paperwork and all the maintenance and how he started fixing on his trucks and things like that. So I have a general idea of how things is supposed to work and how the business is supposed to run as a trucking business. My parents had their own authority, so it's a little bit different, because when you get your own authority, the pay is totally different than when you're going with a company, because now you have weekly settlements. But I'm doing my research. I'm going to be learning. Like I said, this is a process for me. I want to make sure that I drive for a whole year before I start being an owner operator, and May would be a year. So that's why I'm starting now. So that way, by the time May hits, I have my year in, but I still won't go to owner operator just then at that particular point in time, because that's when I started for the company. When I was on my own is in July 18th. So at that point, that's when I would start looking at being an owner operator, and I can start looking how much I would be making with Werner as an owner operator. But I'm not just going to do Werner. I'm going to do a couple of other companies as well and make my decision based off of that, as I'm still working as a company driver for Werner. I'm not going to do one or the other, things like that, because certain companies is totally different. And just because some other company miles may be different, as far as mileage pay may be different, the benefits at that company may be terrible compared to another company. Because I mean, I'm a family man. I got a wife and I got kids, so benefits is important to me as well. So insurance is important. Now y'all know all this stuff about Obamacare and all this other particular stuff going on too. So for me, that's a big thing for me. So I just can't jump ship on a company just because they're gonna pay me $2.30 a mile or $2.60 a mile, but then they're not putting nothing towards your insurance, and then you still have to pay for all that insurance, compared to another company that is putting towards insurance for you and making you the cost of your insurance cheaper. So for me, it's all about the benefits and all the insurance, accidental, short-term disability, your workman comp coverage that you got to take, your medical insurance, dental, vision. So everything goes into play when I'm making this decision, not just how much you're going to get per mile, because per mile is good and all, yeah, but if you got to pay 100% of all these other fees compared to someone else paying you $1.10, $1.15, $1.20 per mile and all this other particular stuff, well, but they are paying more in all your benefits, that's a big difference. All right, so I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. So just to let y'all know what my game plan is going inside this year and what I've been doing and the process that I'm taking. Y'all be blessed. Oh, y'all like my shirt? It's an old shirt though. It's like, you got Jesus? Question mark. Do you got Jesus? And on the back, y'all can't see the back, but it says I got Jesus on the back. All right, y'all stay blessed.